press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hi, hello students. Welcome back to video classes by Siddhaganga. Right? Say today we will discuss a very important topic of the chapter. Right? So the very important topic is the double circulation. Double circulation. See, it will be asked for 5 marks in the board examinations, right? See, already I have told you a brief about this while explaining the structure of heart, right? Structure of heart na ಕಲಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೇನೆ ನಾವು ಡಬಲ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಟುಡೇ I will explain the double circulation by taking the schematic structure, means the schematic chart which shows the circulation, right? See, in the NCERT text they have given a schematic diagram that shows the double circulation clearly, right? See, let me draw a simple diagram of that. And always I will tell you, while drawing the diagrams, you please keep concentrations. ಇದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿ ಕಲಿತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. How to draw the diagrams ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕೂಡ is very important in case of biology, right? See, this one is heart that shows the 2 auricles and 2 ventricles, right? A simple diagram, right? From here, yes, see, this one is right auricle, okay? This one is right ventricle. This one is left auricle, left ventricle. See, from the right ventricle, this pulmonary artery is moving into lungs. Pulmonary artery get branched into 2 branches and moving towards the lungs. From there, this is said to be the pulmonary veins that open into the left auricle. So this structure shows in the lungs the artery converted into, means artery branched to become veins, right? Next, see here, from the left ventricle, aorta starts and moving into body parts. Yes, so body parts. Next, from the body parts, This one is superior and inferior vena cava that opens into the right auricle. Yes. Okay, right. See, this one is lungs and this one is pulmonary, label manana, pulmonary artery, and this one is vena cava, superior and inferior vena cava, body parts, tissues and organs, right? And this one is aorta, right? And this one is pulmonary veins. Okay, see here, see the blood is arrow mark which shows like this. Okay, yes, okay, like this. Okay, right. See, this diagram is given in the textbook also. Once you see, I will explain clearly. The structure is heart. The heart has 4 chambers, right? There are 2 auricles and 2 ventricles. And auricles are blood receiving chambers, okay? And ventricles are blood pumping chambers, okay? When the right auricle receiving the blood coming from the body parts, right? Coming from the body parts through the superior and inferior vena cava, there are 2 largest veins that leads the deoxygenated blood. Yes or no? The deoxygenated blood coming and open into the right auricle. So then right auricle received the deoxygenated blood sent into the right ventricle, right? So then the right ventricle pumps the same blood, that is deoxygenated blood, and that moves towards the lungs, okay, through the pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery get branched into 2 branches, and each branch is moving into a lung of its side, right? So again, there are 2 branches irutte, 2 branches, 2 lungs igu serkolutte and get oxygenated over here, and after that the blood become oxygenated blood, and then that blood is moving towards heart through the pulmonary veins. As I already told you that 4 pulmonary veins andre 2 pairs anta agutte. 2 pairs alli 1 pair from each lung. Okay, there are 2 pairs, totally 4 pulmonary veins. They are moving towards the heart and open into the left auricle. So, the left auricle receives which blood? Oxygenated blood, right? So, from the left auricle, so the same blood is moving towards the left ventricle, right? So, the left ventricle pumps the oxygenated blood into the aorta and its branches, right? So, that shows like this, aorta and its branches carrying the blood away from the heart towards the body parts, right? And over, so in the body parts, the blood carrying oxygen, right? So blood carrying oxygen means the blood is having oxygen, that oxygen and along with the nutrients, right? Along other with essential substances get transferred into the cells, and from the cells, the carbon dioxide, the pickup, the carbon dioxide and other waste substances to be eliminated, that collected over here from the body parts, and then that become as deoxygenated blood and moving towards the heart. So this is how the human heart is said to be, means it is made to circulate the two types of blood, right? So one is oxygenated and other one is deoxygenated. Hence the circulation is said to be double circulation, right? It was shown by William Harvey. I already told you in the class, right? So in the double circulation, the two types of circulation recognized. One is pulmonary circulation, right? Pulmonary circulation. See here, so in this circulation, so starting from this right ventricle, right auricle receives which blood? Right auricle, say right auricle. Right auricle to right ventricle. Okay, next from the right ventricle, the blood, that is deoxygenated blood, pumped into the pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery to, then pulmonary artery to lungs for oxygenation. Please note down this. Okay, lungs for oxygenation. Next, from the lungs through the pulmonary veins, that moves towards the left auricle. So this circulation of blood constitute pulmonary circulation, and even the heart is said to be, the right side of the right chambers are involved, and this constitute the pulmonary heart, and pulmonary circulation. So like this, right auricle to right ventricle to pulmonary artery, next into lungs, into pulmonary veins and auricle, left auricle, right? So this is about the first type of circulation. So in the next, second one is systemic circulation. The second one is systemic circulation. Systemic circulation. Very simple explanation you need to give for this, right? Very simple. Say double circulation. Please put a diagram and explain. There are two types of circulation. One is pulmonary circulation, and in the pulmonary circulation, as I told you in brief, right? So let us study the systemic circulation. So systemic circulation starts from left ventricle, right? Even the left auricle received which blood? Left auricle received oxygenated blood. So left ventricle, from the left ventricle, the blood is moving into aorta. So this one is oxygenated blood is moving, okay, from the left ventricle, oxygenated blood, okay. Please remember this. While writing in the sentence, you please note down the oxygenated blood from the left ventricle pumps into aorta and its branches, right? ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅಯೋರ್ಟಾದಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಬ್ಲಡ್? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಇಂಟು ಬಾಡಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಬಾಡಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾರು? ಟಿಶ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಬಾಡಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಸೊ ನೋಡಿ, ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಬಾಡಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ deoxygenated blood. So deoxygenated blood is collected into veins. That is vena cava, superior and inferior vena cava, right? Venules into veins, and veins open into heart. So like that. So veins, from the veins means veins open into, so superior and inferior vena cava opens into the right auricle. So right auricle receives deoxygenated blood. So this one shows that the systemic circulation. See, in this systemic circulation, in the body parts, exchange of oxygen, oxygen and oxygen plus nutrients. Tissues will get oxygen, nutrients, and also other essential substances, right? The tissues, cells in the tissues, they will absorb from the blood, oxygen absorb ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ, nutrients absorb ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಗೆ essential substances get absorbed into the cells, right? ಹಾಗೆ from the cells, carbon dioxide, right, and other waste substances to be eliminated, right, that are collected from the blood and then moving into the right auricle. So this is how the double circulation clearly shows that two types of circulation. One is pulmonary circulation and other one is systemic circulation. ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, pulmonary circulation, heart to lungs and lungs to heart. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ. ಪಲ್ಮನರಿ ಆರ್ಟರೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ಡ್, ಪಲ್ಮನರಿ ವೇನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಹೌದಾ? ಹಾಗೆ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮಿಕ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಟು ಬಾಡಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್, ನೋಡಿ, ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಟು ಬಾಡಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ ಬಾಡಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸಿಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋದು ಯಾರು? ಅಯೋರ್ಟಾ, ರೈಟ್? ಹಾಗೆ ಬಾಡಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಹಾರ್ಟಿಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡು ಬರೋದು ವೇನ್ಸ್. ಯಾವ ವೇನ್ಸ್ ಅದು? ಸುಪೀರಿಯರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇನ್ಫೀರಿಯರ್ ವೀನಾ ಕೇವಾ, ರೈಟ್? So this is said to be the double circulation. So hope you are understand this concept, right? It's a very important concept. So let me explain one more concept and the differences between the arteries, veins, right? Arteries, veins and capillaries. Okay. See here, arteries, okay, I'll write down the diagram of that. See, one more concept which is included in the double circulation is, before studying the arteries, veins, I will tell you one more concept, that is hepatic portal system. See, in case of human beings, a specific vasculature, means the blood vessels and the arrangement of the vessels and their functions notified as one the specific system of vasculature. See, system, it is a system of vasculature that shows the hepatic portal system. It is a special system where it is a special arrangement of circulation in arteries and veins, in artery and veins. See, in this system, what happens? The blood is carried into heart. After, see, consider the blood is coming from the intestine or carried from the intestine into liver before coming into the heart. From the liver, then it moves into heart. So here there is an adaptation of a simple vasculature. See, adaptation in the vasculature that shows that the blood collected from the intestinal tissues, after absorbing the certain amount of nutrients and fat, whatever, get absorbed into the blood from the intestine and intestinal villi, as we are aware of this in case of digestion chapter, right? After absorbing the entire nutrients from the intestine, that blood is carried into liver. Liver means, hepatic means liver, right? The blood is carried into liver. Intestine to heart, direct contact is not there, right? Direct contact of blood is not there. And that system is said to be hepatic portal system. Portal system means blood is moving from intestine into liver, and from the liver the blood is moving into heart, collected into the systemic circulation. Systemic circulation alli ನಾವು ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, so the blood, oxygenated blood is moving into body parts, and from the body parts the blood is moving back into the heart through the veins ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ, right? So in this systemic circulation there will be a portal system of vasculature can be observed in case of mammals. Okay, in specifically human beings it is more prominent antanu helbodu. It is said to be more prominent, right? So this is said to be the hepatic portal system, where the blood is carried into liver from intestine before carrying into heart. ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ನೇರವಾಗಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಹೋಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಬ್ಲಡ್ is not circulated directly from intestine to heart. So intestine to liver and then liver into heart. So ಇದು ಒಂದು ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. It is highly related with the systemic circulation. Please note down this, right? Hepatic portal system is a very important, and you will be getting 1 or 2 mark questions on this, right? Even in case of competitive. And one more, the coronary blood vessel system. See, coronary blood vessel system is observed. It is a very important system, and which is responsible to carry out oxygenated blood from heart to heart muscle. See, there will be a artery known as coronary artery. It is the smallest artery. Nodi, coronary. Please remember this. Coronary artery. Right? So it is the smallest artery that carries oxygenated blood. Okay, and I will tell you about the coronary artery in the next class, right? Still more concept and few more points I will explain the coronary artery, right? So today you just remember, coronary artery is the smallest artery that carries oxygenated. Note down this. Barkoli, smallest artery carries oxygenated, very important, oxygenated blood to cardiac muscles. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? heart wall, cardiac muscles, right? Cardiac muscles. ನೋಡಿ, coronary artery is the smallest artery, carries oxygenated blood into the cardiac muscles. So this is also a specific vasculature system observed in case of human heart. Coronary blood vessel system or coronary artery system ಅಂತನೂ ಕೂಡ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, right? So it is one of the important blood vessel system observed in case of human beings. Okay, let me explain the differences between arteries, veins and capillaries. Okay, ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ, ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಸಮೇತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. The first I will tell you the artery and veins and capillary. Vein and capillary. Right. See, artery, veins and capillaries, these are considered as blood vessels, right? There are 3 types of blood vessels. Confuse ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ. Blood vessels ಅಂದ್ರೆ 3 blood vessels, right? Artery ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, vein ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿವಿ, capillaries ಅಂತೀವಿ. So ಇವು ಮೂರನ್ನು ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿಬೇಕು? Blood vessels, right? There are 3 blood vessels. Structurally, usually arteries are made up of three layers. Arteries and veins, they are made up of 3 layers, right? 3 layers. So I'll show. The first one is See, in the veins also, you will come across the same, that is tunica externa. This outermost layer in arteries and veins is said to be tunica externa, right? I'll write here. Tunica externa, right? And this tunica externa, which is made up of fibrous connective tissue. Tunica externa is made up of fibrous connective tissue. The first one, tunica externa, made up of fibrous connective tissues with collagen fibers. With collagen fibers. Very important point. Please note down for competitive tunica externa. This one is the outermost layer, okay, of the blood vessels, in specifically arteries and veins, which is made up of fibrous connective tissues with collagen fibers, right? And the second one is tunica intima or tunica media. Tunica media only, not intima. Tunica media, right? Tunica media, which is made up of smooth muscles with little elastic fibers, right? ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ elastic fibers ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಜೊತೆಗೆ smooth muscles ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. See, in case of arteries, this tunica media is little thicker. Yes, consider this one is tunica media, right? Whereas in case of veins, this tunica media is thin compared to arteries. ನೋಡಿ ಇದು ಏನಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, this region is said to be tunica media, okay, and the inner one is tunica interna or intima, right? This one is inner. The third one, that is tunica intima or interna, right, which is very thin, made up of epithelium called squamous epithelium, right? Squamous epithelium called endothelium, even squamous epithelium. See here, this one, the internal space found to be present over here is lumen, that is cavity, right? Lumen. Okay, let me explain once again. See here, the artery and veins, structurally they are similar, only with the cases of the broad lumen observed in case of veins. It is only due to the thin smooth muscle, right? Thin smooth muscles, that is tunica media is said to be thin. Okay, and here this case of artery, this tunica media, which comprises of the smooth muscles and elastic fibers, are considered to be thickest compared to veins. See here, the lumen is said to be narrow and here lumen is said to be widened, right? So this is the structure of artery and vein. Okay, let me explain the differences between these two, because capillaries are not considered to be structurally more strong like this. Always arteries open into capillaries and capillaries construct back into the lumen like this. Okay, so in capillaries always they are made up of the thin walled squamous epithelium. This one is flattened epithelium or squamous epithelium, right? Called endothelium. Okay, so like this. See, this one is the lumen, and here squamous epithelium, capillary. Okay, so these are the structures of blood vessels. So the mainly the differences are observed between these two, very important for your competitive purpose, right? The differences anta tagondre, the first difference ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ arteries they will carry blood away from the heart. Veins they will bring blood towards the heart. Is the main difference, right? The second difference is arteries antashane except the pulmonary artery. With exception with the pulmonary artery, the remaining arteries are said to be carrying oxygenated blood. Illig bandre, in case of veins, except pulmonary veins, the remaining vein systems or veins will bring deoxygenated blood, except pulmonary veins. You please remember the structure of heart. Like pulmonary veins coming from lungs and open into heart, right? Lungs in the heart blood. That blood is called oxygenated blood, and two pairs of pulmonary veins. Except pulmonary veins, remaining all veins, not pulmonary, sorry, all veins carrying or bring deoxygenated blood and open into heart. That is superior and inferior vena cava, right? ಹಾಗೆ arteries ಅಂತ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, except pulmonary artery carrying deoxygenated blood ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ heart to lungs. ಹಾಗೆ remaining aorta and other types of arteries will carry always oxygenated blood from heart. So that is the main differences between the arteries and veins. Okay, and because of here the tunica media is thick and here tunica media is thin, right? Thin. And one more, the lumen is narrow and the lumen is broad. As a result of this, in case of arteries, as a result of this, lumen is narrow. As a result of this, the blood pressure will be more in arteries compared with that of veins. But here the lumen is broad, narrow illa, broad ide. So hence what happens, as a result of this, the blood pressure is said to be low. Low blood pressure is recognized, and here high blood pressure is recognized, right? And this one is non-collapsible. As it is non-collapsible, right? Why it is non-collapsible? Because it has a thick wall where compared with that of this, and easily veins can be collapsible. Idu collapsible irutte, and in this case no internal walls. ಇಲ್ಲಿ internal walls are absent. ಇಲ್ಲಿ artery ಒಳಗಡೆ ಯಾವುದೇ walls ಗಳು ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Internal walls are absent. Whereas in case of veins, internal walls are present. So these are all the differences between the arteries and veins. Please note down all these important points, okay, and pause the video and note down the points. As I told you, the major differences: arteries will carry blood away from the heart, right? Heart in the blood and ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತವೆ arteries. Veins ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ತಗೊಂಡು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So they will bring blood towards the heart, right? ಆಮೇಲೆ arteries ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ except pulmonary arteries, right? Except pulmonary arteries, remaining arteries are said to be carry oxygenated blood, right? ಹಾಗೆ ನೀವು ವೇನ್ಸಿಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ except pulmonary veins, the remaining veins will carry deoxygenated blood. ನೆನ್ಪಿಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಲ್ಮನರಿ ವೇನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಉಳಿದಂತೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ವೇನ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಡಿಆಕ್ಸಿನೇಟೆಡ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರಲಿ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಹೇಳೋದಾದ್ರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲುಮೆನ್ ನ್ಯಾರೋ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ರಾಡ್ ಇದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯಾರೋ ಇದೆ, ಬ್ರಾಡ್ ಇದೆ. ನ್ಯಾರೋ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಆರ್ಟರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಮೋರ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರೆಷರ್, ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಅದೇ ಎರಡು ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಆಯಿತು, ರೈಟ್? ಅಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್, ಸೊ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ವಾಲ್ವ್ಸ್ ಯಾವುದು ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ವಾಲ್ವ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ವಾಲ್ವ್ಸ್ ಟು ಚೆಕ್ ದ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬ್ಲಡ್. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ವೇನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಫ್ಲೋನ ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ವಾಲ್ವ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ರೆಕಗ್ನೈಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ವೇನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ರೈಟ್? ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದು ನಾನ್ ಕೊಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಸಿಬಲ್, ಇದು ಕೊಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಸಿಬಲ್ ಅಂತ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇದು ನಾನ್ ಕೊಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಸಿಬಲ್, ಇದು ಕೊಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಸಿಬಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೌ the structural differences and along with the functional differences can be recognized between the arteries and veins. So ನಿಮಗೆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ವೆಸಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಬರಬಾರ್ದು, ರೈಟ್? ಬ್ಲಡ್ ವೆಸಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿ ಸ್ಕೂಲಿಂದನೂ ಕೂಡ, ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಸ್ಕೂಲಿಂದನೂ ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಬಟ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಅರ್ಟರಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿಬೇಕು, ಯಾವಾಗ ವೇನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿಬೇಕು, ಯಾವಾಗ ಕೆಪಿಲರಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಆರ್ಟರೀಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಹಾರ್ಟಿಂದ, ಹೋಗಿ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ರೀಚ್ ಆದಾಗ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂಸಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಕೆಪಿಲರೀಸ್ಗಳಾಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕೆಪಿಲರೀಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮೈನ್ಯೂಟ್ ಬ್ರಾಂಚಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರುವಾಗ ಕೆಪಿಲರೀಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ದ ಡಿಆಕ್ಸಿನೇಟೆಡ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಅದು ಬಂದು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ವೇನ್ಸಿಗೆ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ವೇನ್ಸ್ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಬಂದು ಹಾರ್ಟಿಗೆ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೌ ದ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಅವರ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟರಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ವೆಸಲ್ಸ್ನ ಪಾತ್ರ ಮೂರದ್ದು ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಇದು ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಕೆಪಿಲರೀಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ ದ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸ್. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದಿಸ್, ಇನ್ ದ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆರ್ಗನ್ಸ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಕಮ್ ಅಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಕೆಪಿಲರೀಸ್. ಕೆಪಿಲರೀಸ್ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ಕೆಪಿಲರೀಸ್ ಲುಮೆನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ವೈಡನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಮೈನ್ಯೂಟ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಥಿಂಗ್, ದ ವಾಲ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್, that is squamous epithelium. So ಇದು ಯಾಕೆ ಸರ್, why this wall is squamous epithelium, not a muscular tissue? It is made to just diffusion of molecules from higher to lower concentration, right? So when the blood is moving in the capillaries, just imagine the blood is moving in the capillaries ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. When the oxygen is present inside the capillary, so outside carbon dioxide ಇರುತ್ತೆ and oxygen ಇರುತ್ತೆ, right? So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. When compared with that concentration, ನೋಡಿ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, when the oxygen will be more in the capillary ಅಂದಾಗ obviously the oxygen is moving from higher to lower concentration. That is what we are called it as diffusion, the simple diffusion. But the structure is made to simple diffusion of molecules from higher to lower concentration, just to exchange. ನೋಡಿ carbon dioxide present in the tissues will be more compared with that of concentration of the carbon dioxide in the blood capillaries. So ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳಿ, carbon dioxide coming from tissues into capillaries. So this is how the capillary system and capillaries are made to exchange the substances, right? Exchange of the substances. Even the glucose get exchanged. So nutrients, all types of nutrients get exchanged only because of this simple diffusion. So as I have already told you in the process of, in the absorption process in the chapter digestion, right? So this is how the different types of blood vessels are recognized. Okay. So next, one more concept. Let me explain, very important concept, that is regulation of cardiac activity, right? Regulation of cardiac activity. And you please take a screenshot of this, or else you note down the points, right? Yes, regulation of cardiac activity. Cardiac means heart, right? Regulation in the sense controlling, right? Controlling in the sense the cardiac activity can be increased or decreased. There are certain factors, right? There are certain factors that regulate the cardiac activities. So as we are aware of the function, means the conducting system of the heart. Not the conducting system, already we are aware of that, right? The conducting system is said to be, so myogenic heart. As we know that the human heart is said to be myogenic. Okay, so in this regulation of cardiac activity, you please recognize the three different areas. I'll made into the three different areas. ಮೂರು ಭಾಗ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇದು ತುಂಬ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. As we know that the human heart is myogenic, right? Myogenic. One is the myogenic control of regulation ಅಂತಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. Myogenic control of regulation of cardiac activity, right? As we know that the human heart is myogenic, so in this you will be come across the specific and special muscles, right? Called cardiac muscles. In the cardiac muscles, these are considered as the nodal tissues. The different nodal tissues are recognized as SAN. Yes or no? SAN. As we know that the SAN is a pacemaker. Why it is called pacemaker? As it initiate the impulses, cardiac impulses, and generate the cardiac impulses and propagate the same cardiac impulses. But as it initiate and generate the cardiac impulses, right? SAN. But from the SAN and one more, that is AVN, right? These nodal tissues are recognized in the heart. As we know that the SAN is called pacemaker. So these cardiac muscles present in the myogenic, means in the heart wall, cardiac muscles, they are having an inherent property of generating electrical impulses, right? Needed for contraction. So they are auto-excitable. So these are said to be auto-excitable. A very important, see, auto-excitable. Auto-excitable means self-exciting or excitable, means myogenic. The human heart is said to be myogenic. Only thing, its performance can be regulated, its speed can be regulated, not the function, right? But ಇದರದ ಕೆಲಸನ ಹೇಳೋ ಅಗತ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇದರ ಕೆಲಸ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಅಥವಾ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಕೆಲಸ ಅಂತೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್. So myogenic, right? So because it is an inherent property, so self-excitable muscles are there. Self-excitable muscle tissue, nodal tissues are recognized in the wall of the heart. They are responsible for bringing up the cardiac impulses needed for contraction of ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಚೇಂಬರ್ಸ್. ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಚೇಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಇಂಪಲ್ಸಸ್ನ, ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ನ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಯಾರಿಗಿರೋದು? SANಗಿರೋದು. ಸೊ ಪೇಸ್ ಮೇಕರ್ ಅದು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯಿತು ಅನ್ಕೋತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ಆದರೆ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾರ್ಡಿಯಾಕ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಅಂದಾಗ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸೈಟೇಬಲ್ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ ಇದೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ದ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಟು ಜನರೇಟ್ ದ ಇಂಪಲ್ಸಸ್. ಓನ್ಲಿ ಥಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಟೆಡ್, right? Only thing the speed can be regulated ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. So and the second category or the second area of this regulation system of the cardiac activity ಅಂತ ಬಂದ್ರೆ, and the second one is the neural control. So let me explain this neural control. See, in the neural system as we know that, right? As we know that the central nervous system anta gottide nimage. So central nervous system, right? So brain and spinal cord comprises of central nervous system, and different systems are also recognized, right? So in the brain, as you know that the medulla oblongata, right? Medulla oblongata anta ಹೆಸರು ಕೇಳಿರ್ತೀರಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ. Medulla oblongata, ನೋಡಿ, it is a center in the brain that regulate the cardiac activity. ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, regulate the cardiac activities. Medulla oblongata is the center. So this medulla oblongata is the center that regulate the cardiac activities. ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, very important. As we know that the different neural systems are recognized. ಹೌದಾ? CNS ನೋಡಿ, CNS ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ, PNS ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ, ರೈಟ್? CNS and PNS. In the peripheral nervous system, again there are two, right? ANS, autonomic nervous system, ಹಾಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸೊಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ನರ್ವಸ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಓದಿರ್ತೀರಾ, ಸ್ಕೂಲಲ್ಲೇ ನೆನ್ಪು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ. ನೋಡಿ, PNS, the peripheral nervous system consisting of autonomic nervous system, somatic nervous system. SNS ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Somatic nervous system, autonomic nervous system, central nervous system, peripheral nervous system. So this is how the different systems are well aware of by you people, right? So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ANS, that is autonomic nervous system ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ, so in this you will be come across the two, that is sympathetic nerves and parasympathetic nerves. Correct? Sympathetic and parasympathetic nerves. So there are two types of nerves constitute autonomic nervous system, right? See, this neural control, in this neural control, medulla oblongata is the region of the brain, or the region of the brain that run as posterior, means posteriorly run has spinal cord antella odirtivi. This region, medulla oblongata, in this region, the presence of sympathetic nerves and parasympathetic nerves, these are involved in this regulation of cardiac activity. These are, okay. So these are involved in the regulation of cardiac activity. As the sympathetic nerves, this increases the heart rate. It increases the heart rate. As the heart rate increases, means it increases the ventricular contraction. Obviously, it increases the cardiac output. Whereas the parasympathetic nerves, that decreases the heart rate. And it is due to the decreases of the ventricular contraction, and obviously it decreases the cardiac output. Noting arrow marking down ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? The rate of cardiac activity decreases. ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ರೇಟ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂದರೆ ಕಾರ್ಡಿಯಾಕ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Yes or no? When the heart rate, yesterday I only told you, that is cardiac output. Cardiac output is equal to HR into SV, right? ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ HR ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆದರೆ, ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಕಾರ್ಡಿಯಾಕ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, HR ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆದರೆ ಕಾರ್ಡಿಯಾಕ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಸ್ ದಿ activity, right? Illi decreases the activity. So rate decreases, illi rate increases. There are two systems, sympathetic nerves and parasympathetic nerves. But artha madkobeku, very important concept right here. So sympathetic nerves and parasympathetic nerves. Sympathetic nerves ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? Which increases the heart rate. ಹಾಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Parasympathetic nerves decreases the heart rate. So this is how there are specifically two nerve fibers are considered. But sympathetic nerves andre, so there will be a pair of sympathetic nerves that stimulate SAN. Okay, that stimulate SAN. There are two nerves coming from the heart and stimulate SAN to function more rapidly, right? So this parasympathetic nerves nodi, a branch from the vagus nerve anta ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, a branch from the vagus. ಇಲ್ಲಿ one pair sympathetic nerves ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, there will be a pair of sympathetic nerve fibers. There will be a pair of sympathetic nerve fibers that stimulate the activity of SAN, right? And here the parasympathetic nerve fibers, the branch of a vagus nerve. One branch of a vagus nerve is involved in decreasing the heart rate, thereby it decreases the cardiac output, right? So this is how the neural control that regulate the cardiac activities. And the third category, when we talk about hormones and hormonal controls, the third one is hormonal control. So in case of hormonal control, of cardiac activity, right? In case of hormonal control, so the first thing goes to, that is adrenal medulla. See, adrenal medulla, right? Adrenal glands, it has inner medulla region, right? In the adrenal medulla, so this secretes hormone. It secretes hormone called adrenaline. Adrenaline, this increases heart rate, right? It increases the cardiac activities, right? Heart rate na increase ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ adrenaline, ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. And one more, even the thyroid, you please note down, okay? ಇದು NCERT ನಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, but for competitive please remember thyroid, thyroxine hormone. Thyroxine, this also increases heart rate. But these are all the hormones that also cope up with the reactions, right? Cope up with the activity, cardiac activity, by increasing the heart rate. Adrenaline concentration increases the heart rate. Thyroxine concentration increases, that increases the heart rate. So please remember this one, right? So noradrenaline anta kelirtira. Noradrenaline is nothing but a sympathin. Sympathin anta heli the one more hormone, sympathetic. What is sympathetic? Sympathetic nerve fibers produces sympathin or noradrenaline. But this also increases HR, right? Heart rate na increase ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Adrenaline, noradrenaline ಎರಡು ಕೂಡ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, right? ಹಿಂಗೆ sympathetic nerve fibers. From the nerve fibers you will be getting a hormone called sympathin, right? Sympathin in the sense noradrenaline. If in case any case the competitive ಏನಾದ್ರು ಬಂದ್ರೆ sympathin is nothing but a hormone ಅಂತ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. It is a noradrenaline ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ chemically and is able to synthesize, means increases the heart rate. ನೋಡಿ. So and one more, that is acetylcholine. Acetylcholine is known to decreases the heart rate. Acetylcholine is known to decreases the heart rate. But acetylcholine secreted by the parasympathetic antano consider agata. Acetylcholine. Please remember this acetylcholine, sympathetic inda barodu sympathin, which increases. Parasympathetic, as I told you, a vagus nerve, a branch of the vagus nerve, that is able to decreases the heart rate, right? So hage alli acetylcholine is a chemical that decreases the heart rate. Acetylcholine from the parasympathetic nerve fibers. So this is how the hormonal control also contribute in the regulation of cardiac activities. Okay, so idishtu sariyagi kaltಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Please revise the video, okay, 1 to 2 times, okay, after observing the entire points, and please note down each and every points. Practice ಮಾಡಿ, ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಓದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇದನ್ನು ಓದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಬರೆದು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಖಂಡಿತ ನೆನಪಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆದಷ್ಟು ರಿವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ರಿ, ರೈಟ್? Okay, hope you are enjoying the classes. Thank you. Have a nice day.